Now I want to talk about how to get in a talkative state. So what I like to do before I actually go out, because especially, I'm an introverted person, so I don't really like to deal with people anyway, and to just kind of go from corporate mode, from, sitting behind my desk making YouTube videos and Instagrams into an environment where there's people and I have to converse with them, that's like a quantum leap. That's really hard to do without kind of warming up and getting into a social state. So what I like to do is I like to do what's called, pre-opens or warm-up sets. And so I'm just gonna write this in here. We're gonna write pump your state. I'll put that in little quotes, your state, right? So what I like to do is I want to talk to some people. I might want to call up a friend and just chit chat on the phone for like 10 minutes. Like, hey Corey, what's up, man? How you been doing? How's work? Blah, blah, blah. And just kind of talk to, my friend Corey for a minute. Or, maybe if you don't have any friends, you can do something like call up your bank. Like you can call up Chase Bank and be like, they're going to, hi, this is Chase Bank. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, this is Ryan. Who am I talking to? And they're going to be like, oh, this is Victoria. Victoria, where are you guys at? Where's your call center at? Oh, we're in Dallas, Texas. Oh, right on. How's the weather down there, right? So you might want to just talk to, Victoria from Chase Bank for a few minutes on the phone and just kind of get you into a talkative state. And once you, let's say, talk for, 10 minutes or whatever, then go to the club, and then you might want to just kind of talk to the waitress there, talk to the bartender. So you can walk up to the bartender, for example, and be like, hey, what's going on, man? How's your night going, bro? And say the bartender's name is, I don't know, Don. He's like, oh, I'm Don. Oh, man, cool. Like, what's the drink of choice tonight? Oh, cool. Like, how's the crowd? Blah, blah, blah. Like, how's business? And just chit chat with him. You basically, and yeah, that sounds weird because, of course, if you're thinking like, oh, the bartender's not going to want to talk to me. But if you act like it's just no big deal and you're just confident and you have something interesting to talk about, a lot of these guys are actually pretty fucking bored. Like they're stuck on the clock. For them, they're not there. I used to bartend for years, and it's not like you're actually at the party. It's like you were at the party, but you weren't really at the party. I remember being a bartender, and I would be bored as fuck sitting behind the bar and watching all these people just having fun drinking, and I was like kind of there going like, oh, I'm here to work. I've got to serve you. And if some guy came up to me and it was like, hey man, how's your night going, bro? Hey, I like your shirt, man. I like your style, bro. You seem like a cool dude. Like, how did you get into bartending, man? I would like to get into. It would be an interesting conversation. But basically, you just find some people to talk to. It's almost like if you're a boxer or something like that. Before you get in the ring, you're just going to hit the speed bag a little bit. You're going to warm up, kind of trying to get into that state where you're ready to fight, hit the speed bag a little bit. Even me as like, as a professional athlete or a skater, I don't just put on my rollerblades and just jump on the handrail. I don't just get into it like that. I stretch, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, stretch the neck, a little like this, stretch the back. You're going to warm up a little bit, and it's the same thing with pickup. You don't just like, put on a glow stick and then walk up to a girl who's a perfect 10 and be like, here I am. It doesn't work like that. You want to like ease your way into it. You want to kind of warm up. Take some of the pressure off. And that's another big key component right there is like, don't focus on getting the girl. You want to focus on the process. You don't want to focus on the result of like, I got to get laid, I've got to get a girlfriend. Just focus on learning the skill of pickup and becoming a better pickup artist and learning all these little techniques. The point is, you don't want to focus on the result because then you're putting too much pressure on yourself. You want to focus on learning the skill, like sitting down watching videos like this. Okay, what is peacocking? Like, why do they do that? What's the best thing that I can wear that's going to help me attract women? And you want to focus on like, you don't want to learn like the perfect pickup line. You just want to learn how to be a social, normal guy. And when you get really good at this, you won't be focused so much on the crazy techniques. You'll just be used to going out talking with people, and you'll just start to be normal. right? A lot of guys, and then there's another thing that's important to mention is when you go out and meet women, you don't want to be like pickup guy. You don't want to be the guy who's like hunting for the pussy, like, ooh, like where is the hot girl? I don't want to talk to anybody else. Like, I just want to like find the prey and like try to slay. It's better to just be what I call social guy, which means you just go out and you talk to everyone. Like maybe you have your drink. By the way, don't drink alcohol when you go to the club. I never drink alcohol. If I want to drink alcohol, I do that at my house with my guy friends. Not paying $14 a drink at a club because it's going to cloud your mind and make you not as sharp. You won't be able to spit the tightest game. And some guys will say, well, if you're just drinking water in a club, won't girls think you're like a square? No, because you just make sure you have a better answer. If I'm walking around with water in the club and a girl goes, where's your drink? And I say, well, I'm the designated driver this time. Next time I get to drink. So that's also a good thing because it lets her know that I have a car. If I'm the DD, I have a car. I'm not this scrub motherfucker who, is riding shotgun. Or for example, the girl will say like, where's your drink at? And you go, oh, I'm not drinking tonight. I'm just here. My buddy's the DJ. I had to drop off his CDs he left at my house. Right? Because then it makes me look like I know someone important in the club. That also gives me a kind of a connection vibe. Like she's like, oh wow, like this guy knows, he knows the DJ. Or you might say like, I know the owner of the club. Oh, the owner of the club is my cousin. I just had to drop off something to him real quick. Oh wow, the owner of the club is his cousin. Like, oh wow, he's connected. Interesting. I've even done something where like I've been at a club and the girl's like, oh, where's your drink at? And I'm like, oh, I'm actually just here. I'm just grabbing an application or something like that. I'm a club promoter. I'm looking to add another venue into my repertoire. And by the way, if you're looking to get into any clubs, I can put you on my list. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, boom, got her number just like that. So there's just different ways to manipulate it. But like I said, you don't want to be drinking alcohol because it gives you fake confidence. I would rather have bulletproof confidence, drinking water. And when you get used to doing that, you won't even need alcohol. You won't need like liquid courage to go talk to the girl. You'll just have that bulletproof confidence to go up and talk to her and just be like, hey, what's up? And I'm going to teach you exactly what to say in a little bit. But anyway, like we were talking about pumping your state. And we got to go into all of this stuff. A lot of guys, they just think that, oh, okay, what's the best pickup line? What should I say? Like, learning how to pick up women literally is a skill. It's like getting a college degree. This stuff takes like years to learn all this stuff. You don't have to learn all of it, but it's good. The more that you know is just more tools in your tool chest to be able to use in the field is what we call it. When you're going out talking to women, we call that like the field. It's like Neo in the Matrix. Like he's in kind of, the real life, and then he plugs into the machine and goes into the Matrix. So it's like a lot of times I like to see it as, hey, I'm sitting at my house and I'm about to go into the Matrix. I'm about to like go to the club, into the game, into the field, and start talking to girls and try to get those numbers. And then ultimately what we're doing, in fact, I'll just put that down right here. Ultimately what we're doing in this game, to kind of break it down, to show you where we're going. Essentially what you're doing is you're doing all this prep work. I'll just break it down real quick so you kind of get an idea of the method. Like this is all this pre-game stuff, right? You're peacocking, you're getting ready, you're going to the club, so eventually you can get phone numbers, get numbers or contacts or leads, what I like to call them. I'm just going to put that right here, leads, right? So just like a car salesman, he's looking to sell a car, he needs leads so that he can build what's called a sales funnel. He's got this car and he's got 50 leads. But he's got to qualify those leads, right? So we're going to then qualify them right here. We're going to qualify these leads. Just like a car salesman is going to be like, okay, you want to buy the car. The guy says, yes. He says, do you have a job? No, I don't. Okay, you're not qualified to buy that car. What about you? Do you have a job? This guy says, yes, I have a job. Ooh. How much can you do for the down payment? I can't do a down payment. Oh, okay, you're not qualified. How about you? You have a job? You do have a job. How much for a down payment? $10,000. Okay, you are qualified, right? A salesman qualifies his leads in order to make the sale of the car. So a pickup artist, we get phone numbers, we build leads of girls that we want to convert from leads into lays, Okay, right here. We want to convert leads, the amount of girls that we talk to, into lays. And we do that first by going out, talking to a bunch of different girls. You talk to 200 different girls, and maybe 50 of them give you the phone number, right? So out of let's say 200 girls, you get 50 phone numbers. And now what you want to do is get them on the phone to qualify them to find out, are they DTF, right? Is she down to fuck? Or is she like lukewarm? Is she not really interested? Does she have a boyfriend? Like, what's going on? So that's why we want to get the number, and then we want to call them up to see if we can get them on a date, or what I like to call a date two. We'll get into that later. But basically, we want to qualify the leads to find out if they're DTF. And maybe out of these 50 girls, only 10 of them are DTF. The other 40 are just kind of like lukewarm. So we just get rid of the ones that aren't really qualified. They don't really want to fuck when they meet up, or they're just playing around, or they're looking for a free meal. They're kind of flaky. They just don't seem like they're interested. And we funnel down from 200 girls to 50 girls to 10 girls, and let's say we have sex with 2 of those girls. Boom. We now have 2 lays. So what we're doing is we're going out to the club, getting a bunch of numbers, qualifying them, breaking down who's the most DTF, get them on a date, and by a date, I mean get them back to the house to watch some Netflix and chill, and get your dick in them, and you're converting leads into lays. And as you get those scores one by one, you start building what's called your TS, that's your total score, and I like to call these trophies. Okay, so each one of these girls is a new girl that you fuck. And when you get really good at this game, you can actually be having sex with 2 to 3, even 4 new girls a week. And that's how I did it.